The year was 1955. A new sound filled the Philippine skies. It was the roar of a jet engine. This was a time of great hope for our nation. We were young, and we were strong. The Philippine Air Force received its first jet fighters, the F-86 Sabre. These were not just machines of metal and fire. They were symbols. They showed the world that the Philippines was ready to stand tall, ready to defend its own home. The arrival of these jets was a moment etched in our history. A moment when we looked up and saw our future soaring high above the clouds. It was a promise of strength, a whisper of power carried on the wind for all to hear. These Sabre jets were a magnificent sight. Their silver fuselages gleamed under the tropical sun. The flag of our republic was painted proudly on their tails. When they took off from the runway, the ground itself seemed to tremble with excitement. Our first jet pilots were heroes. They were pioneers, stepping into a new era of aviation for our country. They learned to master these powerful machines, to dance among the clouds at speeds never before seen in our islands. This was more than just an upgrade in military hardware. It was a leap of faith, a bold step into the modern world. The Sabre jets told every Filipino that our spirit was as boundless as the sky itself. Imagine the young people of that time craning their necks to watch these metal birds streak across the sky. It must have filled them with incredible pride. This was our Air Force, these were our jets. After the glory days of the Sabre jets and the powerful F-5 freedom fighters that followed, a quiet settled over our skies. The world moved on. New, more advanced jets were being built, but for the Philippines, time seemed to slow down. Our fleet of fighters grew old. The powerful roar that once echoed with such confidence began to fade. For more than a decade, the Philippine Air Force had to retire its supersonic jets without a replacement. It was a difficult time, a time of waiting, a time of hoping. A fighter jet is, a magnificent machine of power and technology, but without a pilot in the cockpit, it's really just a collection of metal, wires, and fuel. The true heart of our air power isn't the engine, it's the Filipino pilot. These men and women, well, they're a special breed. They're chosen from the very best our country has to offer. Intelligence, physical fitness, courage, and an unwavering calmness under extreme pressure. They're the ones who have to tame the beast, make the jet an extension of their own will, and fly into harm's way to protect us all. To be a fighter pilot is to accept a life of immense responsibility. Becoming a Philippine Air Force fighter pilot is not a journey for the faint of heart. It is a long, grueling path designed to weed out all but the most dedicated and capable individuals. The process begins long before they ever see a jet. Candidates must first excel as military officers. Physical tests, psychological tests, aptitude tests. Only a tiny fraction of those who apply are even considered. The standards are incredibly high because the job demands nothing less than perfection. The journey starts on the ground with a dream and an iron will to succeed against incredible odds. Once selected, the real trial begins. Trainee pilots spend years learning the fundamentals of aviation. The primary mission of our fighter jets is simple but vital: to be the shield that protects our nation from any threat that comes from the sky. The Philippines is an archipelago, a nation of over 7,000 islands, vast coastlines, sprawling maritime territories. Patrolling this enormous area from the sea alone is an impossible task. This is where our fighter jets are essential. From their bases, they can scramble in minutes, climbing to high altitude and racing towards a potential threat at supersonic speed. They are our eyes and our first line of defense in the sky. To the fisherman far out at sea, it is a comforting sound. He looks up from his nets and smiles as a fighter jet passes overhead. He knows he is not alone. He knows someone high above is watching over him, keeping the waters he depends on safe. To a child in a small village, the sound is wonder and excitement. It is the sound of heroes. It is the sound of dreams. It is the sound of the amazing things their country can do. They run outside, shielding their eyes, hoping to catch a glimpse of the metal bird, a fleeting image of strength and speed. For many years that roar was absent from our skies. Its return was more than new planes, it was the return of hope. As we look to the future, the sky is not the limit, it is the destination. Our dream for the Philippine Air Force is one of continued strength and modernization. We dream of a day when our entire fleet is new, equipped with the latest technology, and capable of meeting any challenge the future may hold. This means more than just buying new planes. It means investing in our people, building world-class training facilities, and developing our own aerospace industry. The dream is not just to have a strong air force, but to become a nation that contributes to the very technology of flight itself. We look forward to a future where our skies are safer than ever before. The heart of this future will always be the pilot. We dream of a future where the path to becoming a fighter pilot is open to any young Filipino with the talent, the drive, and the heart to serve. We envision a system that finds the best and brightest from every corner of our archipelago and gives them the opportunity to fly for their country. The future of the Air Force lies in the dreams of the children who look up at the sky today. The sky is ours, and our future in it is bright.